Hi, we're following up on a conversation we just had, Sid, about empty charter boats here in New Smyrna Beach and all the docks. This is the 4th of July. The docks are empty. The boats, do you remember back in the day where we were talking there'd be 3 or 4 boats here, fishing boats, charter boats, just waiting to take the tourists and the locals out.
Yes.
Great boom to our local economy and our restaurants, and the place is empty.
Deborah, I fished from this dock for many, many years. This was my base of operation. This dock used to be, as you said, we had fishing boats rafted out 3, 4, 5 deep, all the way up and down here. On the outside over there were shrimp boats tied on the outside dock. It's all gone. It's all gone. And a lot of people in the public have the misconception that our fisheries are overfished or fished out. Nothing could be further from the truth. We've had decades of rebuilding programs in our fisheries, and they've resulted in a tremendous abundance in our marine resources, in red snapper and grouper and tilefish, other species. We've been artificially restrained from access to these fisheries through stock assessments that we have proven are totally wrong.
And this is the result of that.
Yes, it is.
This is why it's so important.
It's economic devastation.
It's economic devastation, and for our local economy, this is why it's so important to start locally and to get agreement at the county level and the other counties to increase we want to increase tourism. We talk about heads and beds. How about we put people in boats
Yes.
and our fishermen back to work and just keep our economy, the dollars, which is the economy, is money in motion.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to get some money in motion from the fishing industry
Yes.
in our local tourist area down here, because this just should not be on the 4th of July. This is just
Well, even on an
absolutely
average
empty.
weekend, this parking lot would be full.
It would be. I remember
This
you
charter
did it.
boat,
Yep.
it's a crying shame that this charter boat is tied to the dock today.
Yep.
Beautiful weather, 4th of July. This is a classic example of the economic impact that these fishery closures have had. The people up in the Carolinas and Alabama and Georgia love to come down here and catch red snapper and go fishing. They know that these fisheries are closed. They're not here. Can you imagine we get the red snapper fishery reopened and get the word up in the Carolinas and those southern states, you know, fishing is open in Florida. Come to Daytona. Come to New Smyrna. Our fishing is open.
Right. Well, do you remember too, back in the day, the charter boats would come in and you'd have your catch, and they gutted them right here. I mean, the locals would come out of our restaurants just to watch and see what the local fishermen and the people off the charter
Right.
boats brought in. There's nothing like that
Right.
here anymore.
But I want to just make sure we touch on the point, because again, the public has they have been misinformed about the true health of our marine resources. There was a top scientist that retired last year from NOAA. On his retirement, he announced the era of overfishing is over. The problem is the process that the National Marine Fisheries Service uses to collect data and produce stock assessments, and we have dug into them. We have hired independent marine biologists. We have proven that the process is severely flawed. It's totally wrong. It completely misrepresents the true nature of the abundance of our marine resources that we are barred or severely restricted in access to, and it should not be happening.
It should not be. Well, I'm going to work with you, hopefully, Sid, and your organization to bring some vitality back to our docks, to our local economy, fill this up once again. We're going to do what we can at the local level and continue adding your voice, our voices to your voice, to take it to the federal level.
Deborah, I couldn't thank you anymore. You're the
you so
person
much,
to
Sid.
do it, County Council.
Thank you. I'm Deb Denys for Volusia County Council, District 3. When you vote, whether it's absentee at your precinct, please, or early voting at New Smyrna Library, Daytona Beach Library, please vote Deb Denys for County Council. Thanks.